Well, hello, good people and Eagle fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's happy because the off season is off. It's gone. It's out of here. It is no more until next off season. The Dallas Cowboys flight, I believe, has landed in Oxnard. They will be sleeping in Oxnard. We'll be having the opening press conference tomorrow. And I don't know how else you could be but happy, unless you're a Lion fan, that literally lost one of their defensive linemen to an ACL for the year. It's starting off, this is the part about training camp that you hate, when you start losing people left and right, regardless of what Momo has to say, right? Now,
if you've been with us, you've seen the bus.
The whim of a madman. I like that.
So without further ado, something I look forward to on Sundays is actually, even though Leo just takes over the show and Momo has the craziest takes, I look forward to talking to everybody on Sundays. And we'll probably, when the season starts, we move it to Saturdays. So without further ado, let me get the crew up in here. What's up, good people? We got Jeff Lee in the house, who's the leader in the clubhouse right now. We got Jimbo. We got Philadelphia. We got Mean Metal Mike. We got Jimbo. We got Tony Cowboy Show. We got Dwayne Sweeney up in here. Let's see who else we got. Royals, Cowboys, Holly Pierce, and welcome everybody. We got Gil. All right, so good people, what are your thoughts here now that we have opened up training camp and Micah Parsons was not on the team charter, but says he gonna be there. He gonna be there. Is he playing games with the Cowboys? Kind of like when you go and scare somebody, to kind of wake them up, or is it just he just wanted to go on his own?
I think he's going to go on his own. Mm-hmm. The last articles I read that are about 3 hours old says he's still going to report. Whether he plays at practice or not, that's going to be another thing. But they said that he'll show up.
Yep, I believe so too. He said that he wants to be more of a team leader, and you have to look at this from a standpoint of he's done everything that you asked him to do. And as far as players trying to get big contracts and new contracts, every one of them have held out with the exception of him and Dak. So yeah, I'm kind of happy that he's not holding out, but I think the Cowboys need to go ahead and get this thing done.
Yeah, they're BSing around like usual. They need to just, the longer they wait, the more that's hurting them. Because it gives him more his agents more of an opportunity to say, okay, well, this guy just got this paid this much, so now you have to do it. So it's needs to get done.
Procrastination never helped anybody.
Well, yes and no, because you think about it now. We waited till the very last moment to get CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb now is at 34. And right now, you're sitting there looking and saying we're at 40 3/4 for wide receivers. So, did it really hurt the Cowboys that much? We've got the triggers that we can kick it off, kick next year again, so on. And, we're sitting here with $32 million. Are we making more out of something that really isn't a big deal because Micah is there?
I mean, he'll get signed. There's no doubt about that. I just think that like I was saying earlier, for them having a new defensive coordinator, a new coaching staff, he needs to be involved. Day one.
I agree.
So there shouldn't be any setbacks for that.
I agree 100% because I think that, last year when you think about it, we had the collective storm of everything that could go wrong last year. You think about Dak Prescott had that soft cast on when he was, on the boat ride. You think that CeeDee Lamb's holding out. You remember that Brandon Cooks had the infection in his knee, so he wasn't there. And you got a rookie left tackle or rookie center and Zach Martin, who is not anywhere close to where he normally was. So you kind of looked at that, and it was kind of like we had everything that possibly could make training camp irrelevant because you didn't have the whole team there to actually work out together.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those years, especially for Dak. He's going, he's the leader now. I mean, he's been the leader, but now he really needs to show he's the leader and be more vocal to the team when they're not performing.
Yeah, amen on that one. We got Miss Gibson in the house. We got Stacy White in the house and Lady Libra. Appreciate everybody being here and being part of the show. Yeah, I agree 100%. Now, Momo's awful quiet over there. Now, Momo, I'm going to tell you, man, you are bad luck. It was bright and sunny out yesterday. I was picking up some more wood to work on my storage building and everything else. And you called and you said, well, it's raining down here. And next thing I know, within 30 minutes, it is pouring cats and dogs outside. And I said, that damn Momo that sent me the dark clouds that are hanging over on him. We got Walker Wade in the house. Which Walker Wade do we have showing up today? I'm afraid to ask which one it is. Well, everybody's thoughts. Are you feeling optimistic about training camp today?
Yes.
A lot more than last year.
Yes.
A lot more than last year.
Oh, I feel way better than last year, for sure. For sure.
Be afraid to ask me, Mark.
Be afraid to ask you?
What are you afraid to ask me?
I'm afraid. Which Walker Wade we have today? Are we having the Dak sucks and man he needs to go and get Arch Manning, or are we're going to be okay, Wade? I don't know which one we got.
I think we'll be all right this year.
Be afraid.
No, I think we're going to be a solid team this year.
Okay.
I mean, this is way better than last offseason.
Without a doubt.
I mean, but they're still bad at contracts. That ain't changed. That ain't changed at all.
This is what
Jones has been the same since the Emmitt Smith deal in '93.
I mean, they've been doing bad contracts since the '90s.
It doesn't make any sense to me because you sit here and you think about the Cowboys charge the players monthly to eat at the facilities, whether they eat there or not. They count how many towels they have, right? They are, making sure that they don't waste any money. Why the hell do they not do the same thing and see how much money they waste in these contracts?
Yeah. They waste a lot of money in the contract.
But not only that, Mark, they also don't sign players that deserve the contracts like Emmitt Smith. You didn't give Emmitt Smith a contract, Jerry. Like, really? I mean, you're dragging ass on that shit, and we just won a Super Bowl.
Well, Zach Martin had to hold in twice.
Yep. 0-2 until they signed Emmett, came back, and look what happened.
Yeah, luckily we were able to
sign. Go get us a DT.
If he had already signed Micah Parsons' contract, then they probably wouldn't be nothing to talk about in the news. And we know Jerry likes to be talked about no matter what.
Well,
my thing is, I thought that they already pretty much had all of the deal done, other than the signing of it. I thought we were hearing that this deal was pretty much wrapped up. They just were waiting to sign it.
Well, that may be the case, and that Jerry Jones is doing a Jerry Jones thing, of course, trying to milk it as much as possible. I mean, I would rather be in our position than say Momo's position right now with Scary Terry.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of. I think it's getting kind of ugly right now. Am I wrong with that, Momo?
Here's the thing about contracts, and everybody will make a big thing about the Cowboys contracts. Every team drag their ass feet. It is the culture of the business. If you got a contract year, they're going to do what they do. They're going to wait and wait. This ain't nothing new. Every team goes through this. I don't know why all of a sudden Cowboy Nation's got to say, hey, why you getting signed? No, this happens all the time. It ain't nothing
Eagles
new.
don't drag ass on contract, Momo. That ain't true. They sign their players early.
What
They
I'm
kick the can
saying
way
that
down
throughout the
road.
league, you going by one team. I'm talking about the league in the whole. They drag their feet on signing players.
No.
This
Hold
ain't nothing new.
it. The
Okay,
Jets
name
just
another
hold
owner
on.
that
Not
drags
entirely.
ass
Oh, no.
signing a Hall of Fame running back to another contract coming off a Super Bowl. Name another owner that did
Well,
that shit.
I get it. I get it. I get it. It's
You make a good point there,
1993
Wade.
all
That's
over
for
again.
sure.
Wade. I'm talking about today's NFL. I ain't talking about Jerry when he was young and he couldn't, he didn't need help to walk. I ain't talking about that Jerry.
So the Cowboys operate different than any other team. It's just is what it is.
Of course, you're a Cowboys fan.
Things
You
about it
always
that we don't
gonna
like,
say that.
things about
But
what we do.
other than the
Don't
Micah
even
Parsons
say Tyler
contract,
Smith.
my
You're not
concern's
going to let
the
the man
players that
Okay,
walk.
are
okay.
hurt
Let
right
me ask you
now
a
coming
question.
back from
Let me ask you a
injury.
question. TJ Watt, he just got his contract. He should have had his contract last year. Pittsburgh dragged their feet on that one, didn't they?
Because they're
Yeah,
probably
but
trying to find a
Pittsburgh,
quarterback.
Hold on. They've already gave him a contract. The Cowboys are just going to give Micah his first big contract.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying contracts in general. I don't care if it's his second contract or his 40th contract. They drag their feet with giving him that second contract.
Hold on.
but Momo, I think T.J. Watt's the only player that they've done that to. They had it's
So
not
it doesn't
always
matter what I'm
every
saying.
year that
What I'm
happens. With the
saying that
Cowboys, it's always every
this
year something happens like this.
this is the nature of the beast in the NFL. They don't want to pay these players.
Nature of the beast. Wait, we had that with Amari
Hold
Cooper.
on. No, Momo.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay,
you're
let me go,
wrong, bro.
You had it with
let me
Cooper.
interrupt
You had
for
it
a
with
second.
Dak. You had it with CD last year. Every time there's a player up due for a big contract that we need to sign, it's always procrastinated is what we're talking about.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, let's talk about the contracts that all these players get. They fool everybody with these dumbass contracts. Oh, for example, for sake of argument, somebody gets a 4-year contract and they say, "Oh, it's worth $280 million, but 130 is guaranteed." They fool the public and think they're getting all this damn money. They not. They don't get nowhere near
That's
that
totally
$280
different from
million
what you're talking
contract.
about.
It's a big old lie.
And you're right, that
what
is
we
a
do
lie.
as fans, we think he's getting paid and he's getting all this money per year. He's not. The money, that money is never. They'll never see all of that
That's
contract.
where you play.
But you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll be okay with that $100 million, though. Okay.
Heck yeah, man.
I'll be okay with that $100 million.
That's why the players need to strike hard.
Okay.
If I was the players,
Momo,
you have. Bowl, I will strike on the Super Bowl.
Momo. On some players, yes, they do drag their feet. But when I look at the Jets that just signed Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson, both as soon as they were eligible. When I look at the Eagles with their center, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, who just came in off of his third year. Teams are actually realizing it's better to pay a guy after his third year than to wait till the fifth. Because here's the thing. You have the fourth year where you can keep that year cheap, and you're locking them in, giving them top of the money market money today, but the salary cap down the road is going to be higher, so it'll be less of a percentage.
So why is there a salary cap in the NFL with the?
You would think Jerry
here's my
Jones would
question. Here's
get
my question,
You
Mom.
would think
I want
he would.
everybody to answer this question for me. Why is there a salary cap in the NFL where the owners are making crazy billions and billions of dollars? Just hear me out.
Okay.
It's gonna affect the teams and all this like that.
Okay, but Momo, that's the nature of the business. But hold it. You're getting into YouTube right now, okay? Here's what you got to understand. You could look at it and say, I'm out here putting out the video and doing all the work, and here it is, YouTube is taking 40% cut, right? 40%. So that super chat that was just made by Dirty Sanchez, why do Cowboys have poop on his mustache? Because he's looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay. So of that $4.99, actually only $3 of it is what I get. YouTube is taking a $2 cut on it. And you can say, well, what did they do to take that? Well, they have the platform that without the platform, I couldn't make anything. So the NFL owners are the ones that have the state. Oh, wait, Momo, hold on. The owners are the ones that started the business. that end up getting the stadiums, that get the television contracts and stuff, they're getting their cut as well. Maybe their cut is more than what they should for the players because you think there's 32 cuts over here and then there's 2,000 cuts over here for the 48%. But without the NFL, the players don't have the opportunity.
I get that, Mark. Let me go on. Let me
Cam Jurgens, thank you. Alan Williams.
Okay, let me say this about contracts and these owners and stuff like that. They just the owners are now in bed with the gambling houses.
Of course,
they make an extra $1 billion off of that.
Okay,
crap.
but hold on.
Let me finish my statement, Mark.
That's part of the general revenue, though. So
okay, that's fine. That's fine. You can say it's part of revenue. So these players are not getting their full contract because everybody think they do, but they don't. But then what they should be doing, they should have. If I was a player and if I was ahead of the players' union, I would strike 2 days before the Super Bowl. That's where you're gonna hurt their pocket. Then they're gonna listen.
Okay, good luck with that. All right, but here's the thing. The sad part about this is the amount of money that the average NFL player makes should end up being generational if they actually take care of business. Let's be clear here. Now, you're saying, well, they should get, instead of 30 million, 40 million. Okay. If you can't manage your life where you get $30 million a year, 40 million isn't going to change anything.
100, big time.
Okay. We can look at somebody like Warren Sapp, who is younger than me, okay, who made $58 million and had to declare bankruptcy 12 years ago.
Bad money management.
Okay.
Beyond their means.
But I agree with you, Mark, on that. But here's my thing: is that when the player says, "Hey, we want this, we want that. Hey, y'all want some weed? Y'all want to smoke weed? Okay, we got you." That's penniless. When that player retire and he ain't got medical insurance for the rest of his life, like these other leagues got, and he's suffering. He can't hardly walk, can't go to the doctor, and he got to pay out of pocket. And he broke. He got 50 Jordans or 5,000 Jordans in his closet because he overspent, and he ain't got no money to pay for his medical, and he out there playing possibly the most dangerous game in sports. And now they should have medical insurance for life.
Okay, all right. You're going through a whole diatribe of every problem.
I sure am.
Okay, all right, Momo. This is not the time for all
It's
of
hard for me to feel sorry for players who make over $100 million in their career. They mismanage their money and they got no medical coverage. You should already
that should be given to them automatically.
You know what, Momo? No.
Give it to them. Major League Baseball give
Momo this damn okay, Momo
for life. So why can't they do it? Don't tell me they can't do it.
If you got $100 million in the bank, there's no reason why you can't set aside $2 million for medical issues in the future to take care of.
Okay, Max, your question. I'll answer that.
Yeah.
I'll answer that.
No. If you got
a lot of players that come in are young,
as far as managing your money,
are young, and they're impressible because a lot of these kids never had that kind of money in their life. So when you're young and never had that kind of money, you don't know how to manage money.
Okay,
y'all know that.
But that's not the
NFL. They have a
that's
program
not
for teaching that, though.
But that's not the
That
NFL.
class don't mean anything because they sleep through that class.
Okay.
I know that.
Momo.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
got it.
But
Got
Momo,
it. They're slaves. Okay, they're not doing anything for the players. But listen, if you just take 10% of your money when you sign and get $20 million a year, you take $2 million each year, and you get a financial planner to invest that money, and it grows 10% a year. You'll be set up if you play for 5 years. $10 million invested, guess what? You're going to have $2 million a year in interest on it on the average, and you can live the rest of your life. Okay?
Easily.
So, and if you give money out, that's a tax write-off.
I just want to say this final thing about that subject, and we'll be done with it. I really want to say the final thing.
Okay.
I need Eugene in here so he could back me up.
No,
that's all.
okay, yeah, I trust me. there's a lot of negatives about the NFL, the way they treat players like a piece of meat. We all know that. But also, too, some of these players, this is the opportunity where you can do anything you want. Eugene is the perfect example of setting himself up for after football. He took this to be an opportunity because guess what? How many of us are working a job that the company doesn't give a rat's ass about us when we're done? Okay.
Right. Hello.
How many of them are taking care of us and
Yeah.
providing health care after our job is done, Momo?
Yeah.
Are they is your company providing you with health care after you leave them?
Yes, they did.
Okay, well, you're one of the few and far betweens because a lot of them don't want to provide health care when you're working with them.
I'm retired. I had retired at the age of 54 years old, Mark.
Okay, well, you're one of the few. Because
And the company I worked for, the tech company I worked for, over 25 plus years, took care of me.
Okay, well, you were fortunate that you had one, but I can guarantee you that everybody else that's up in here, that at least 80% of them didn't get that. And if they can move on and get past you, no problem. It's cutthroat everywhere.
I have several friends that one of them worked for a company. I can't remember which one it was, but they refused her to give her over 38 hours. And the reason was they didn't want to pay her health insurance.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
They did.
That's the problem I got with my job.
So hold on, and here's another thing, Momo. These guys are professional NFL players. They work out all the time. They stay in shape. They have to invest in their bodies by taking care of themselves. It makes zero sense if you're an NFL player and you're not investing in your body to keep your career going or even after your career.
Right.
It makes zero sense. You should be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on yourself every offseason to take care of yourself.
Wait, that's what I was going to say. They probably spend $500,000 to $1 million a year on just their body and health. I would bet the smart ones.
And here's another thing you have to realize too. When somebody is famous, we naturally put them up on a pedestal like they're not regular people. And what we have to understand is football players are no different than any other segment in society. If you take 2,000 people in whatever city you're in, you're going to find some that are alcoholics, that are drug addicts, that are thieves, that are crazy, that are some of them that are smart as hell and know how to manage money.
Mark, you got a super chat, a big one.
Ward family, shout out to you. Should have discussion about painkiller problems, big issue. Yeah, we've had some of those, Ward. Ward, I talked about you yesterday when I was actually working on my other channel, because every time the train goes by, I always think of you, buddy. I always think of you because you're out there taking care of those. Appreciate that huge super chat, man. Appreciate that.
Mark, I think there was another super chat. Alan Williams, I think he was answering your question.
Yeah, Alan Williams said, he did, and as well as Dirty Sanchez did as well. Appreciate the super chats. Alan Williams said it was Cam Jurgens. Yeah, Cam Jurgens got his contract after 3 years. Which it wasn't that they were doing him a favor. It was actually more of they were doing the team the favor. Because
have we got the latest injury update as far as who's other than Trayvon Diggs and Marvin Overshown, as far as who's on the PUP or anything like that?
Not yet. The physicals and stuff will all take place tomorrow. Basically, today is get in, get your room assignments, and have a team meeting and so on. Tomorrow will be physicals and things like that. So, and of course the team's opening press conference.
Was Ravel, isn't he on the PUP list? Didn't they put him on the PUP list? Yeah. Ravel?
He probably will.
On Revel?
Yeah.
Probably.
Revel. I'm probably saying it totally wrong.
He probably will be. I'm sure Diggs is going to be as well. Basically they're saying with Diggs, they probably won't know till mid-August where he's going to be as far as being able to start. So I'd imagine that he's going to end up being on the PUP list as well. But, and again, Ward family is 100% right. The painkillers are a big problem. But, painkillers are really just a symptom of the pain and the injuries that go along with football. If you didn't have those injuries, of course, you wouldn't need the painkillers. The reality is what they are doing is not human to their bodies. And the things that they have to do to stay on the field are just unbelievable. And having to take all the medication, the drugs, the work, and everything else.
Mhm.
You know, you think about if you broke your thumb in 3 places, how long are you going to be out from your job?
Hey, yeah, Mark. By the way, it's another player who didn't even report to training camp.
The Commanders?
And he holding out for training camp. The Cincinnati Bengals defensive end
Trey Hendrickson,
Shamar Stewart. He's not even at camp. He won't report to camp till his contract is done.
Well,
so like I said, this is an ongoing thing with the player. Michael is the big name, but you got other players don't have the bigger name like Micah.
here's the thing about, but see, again, to your point, and I didn't mean to get into all of the, you know, the ins and outs of the rules for the NFL players and things like that. But see, when the NFL did the collective bargaining agreement, they put in what some people call the Zeke rule. Okay. And basically, you notice how you don't have holdouts going into the season. And the reason being is they made that so if you hold out, the money that the fines are not retroactive. The team can't just forgive them unless this is your first contract addition. So the Cowboys were able to forgive CeeDee Lamb's holdout because this was him going to get his next contract. What's up, Randy McIntyre?
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing good. But they basically made it so you don't get that year if you hold out into the season, and you are getting fined for each preseason game, a game check. So, yeah, they may be holding out now for a week or two and all that, but I guarantee you they won't be out for the season. And they put that in there when they ended up saying, oh, you guys want to smoke weed and be able to have a little, you know, if you want to wear different color socks, okay, we can do that. But we're going to slip this in here and a 17-game season.
Hey, Jess.
So there's that. So, other thoughts? Biggest camp
Wait for
battles.
training camp.
We need some hitting.
Jendo had a
Well,
good
that won't
question.
happen until next Monday.
Who?
Are you going to any training camp this year, Mark?
I am not going to training camp this year. And this year would have been better than going last year. Last year was like going to a funeral. Actually, on Thursday, me and the missus are actually going to Myrtle Beach for a couple of days.
Hey, you're going to be up my way.
Yeah.
Carolina.
I'll be honest with you. I really don't feel like going to the beach. I'd rather be here working, but that's me. Because that's what I do.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to be going out of town too.
And
I am going out of town.
And I don't want to hear you need to slow down, because when I was slowing down, I was about 275 and my blood pressure was through the roof.
Because you're stressing out if you're not working.
And now I'm under 259.
I get that, Mark.
And my pressure's down.
I get that, but that's because you were stressing over because you felt in your mind you should be working. You were stressing over you not working.
Oh, Lordy.
I mean, I'm just telling you how my daddy was.
You are Mr. Opposite. No matter what you say, you are just going to take the opposite side of everything.
Thank you for the compliment. Any more, talk to my lawyer.
No, seriously.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Dr. Mo.
Momo.
Oh, my God, dude.
You and your damn rants. Okay. Did I see Leo in the house?
Hey, Derek, we need to link up because I got some stuff over here in Greenville that's funny. It's funny, and I got some tape. I'm gonna send you what happened to somebody what somebody did in here. Went to the store and got arrested. It was still a Band-Aid. That was so funny.
You sure?
Even a Band-Aid? One Band-Aid?
Oh my God. You've seen enough weird stuff already.
Yeah, I've seen enough over there, so it really don't surprise me. You saying the Band-Aid, it really don't. The stuff I've seen, it really don't surprise me
Derek, did you
at
see the
all.
one where the two women were fighting over cutting in the drive-through at Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it was pretty good.
Hey Mark, Jimbo got it raining. I guess I'm doing all this rain and thunder, and this dark clouds are coming everywhere now.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. Man, I'm looking out the window and seeing some clouds that are forming right now, man.
Oh, Mark, I was
keep your
going to
cloudy
say, I
sides over
wanted
there.
so bad to send you a GIF with the Pink Panther and the dark. Remember the one where the dark cloud was following him? I
Yes.
wanted to put Momo's face on the dark cloud and yours with the Pink Panther, and I couldn't do it.
That's 100% right.
Hey, guess what? Guess what, Mark? Guess what, everybody?
What's up?
Everybody in the chat.
Chicken butt.
I have friends to say the same thing y'all say, but guess what they always say? But you're right, Mo. So that's all I got to say.
Moving right along.
Momo friends would be like, Momo, I just got a promotion. Well, you really didn't get a promotion.
Exactly. You really
got a promotion because they couldn't. They had to fit their quota. They really don't like you.
Of course. That raise was going to give it to you anyway. You didn't earn that.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Why do y'all let this man take y'all down on rabbit holes? Why do y'all like every week he takes you down a different rabbit hole?
Here comes the
like
next
why?
Hi, Leo.
Hey, Allie, what's happening? What's up,
Leo.
everybody? How y'all doing?
Hey, Leo.
Hang in there,
Leo,
bro.
why you on my head today? Stop playing with my talk today.
Momo, you doing the same thing that you do every week.
I don't do nothing. This is me.
You bait
people.
You bait people, particularly on this channel, into going down these stupid ass rabbit holes that don't make no sense.
I can't make nobody do nothing they don't want to do.
You're right, Momo. You can't. I'm just saying what you do. Okay, I just know what you do, and that's what you do. And the worst part about it is there's rarely any data that goes along with some of the stuff that you say. So I
have plenty of data. What I said.
No. What I'm saying to you is, Momo, you do not present a whole lot of data.
I don't need to present data.
There you go.
There in your face.
Yep, you're right. You're right, Momo. You're right.
You make shit up. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't make shit up. I just tell the truth.
No, you do. Yep, you do.
Momo, where the hell?
So what's up, Mark? How you doing, man?
Oh Lordy, here we go. And here's another one. Sending me Instagrams of your team getting their freaking rings. I don't give a rat's ass about that.
But those rings are nice though, aren't they?
No, they're not.
It kind of reminds me of like something you get on Inspector Gadget. It's got the little button you push and the wings come out.
What is it? What is it? What's the stuff we used to get with the Cracker Jack box?
I mean, I'd wear like a necklace or something, but a ring, I don't think I'd want to have a ring like that.
One of the interesting things, and I wish Game Time was here, he could tell you. Living in Market, the one thing we don't get a whole lot of, and part of it is his personality, is we get rare insights into the way Jalen Hurts really thinks. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to point out, in that ring ceremony and everything like that, I don't think he put that ring on one time. There's no pictures, no videos of him. Every picture you see him with the ring is he's holding it. Someone else has their ring on, and he's in the picture, but it's in the box. Mm-hmm. And from what I've been told, it's like he don't want to touch it. You know what I'm saying? So, I point that out to give some kind of color into like, oh wow, so that gives us another little tidbit into how this dude must really be thinking. Because in order to understand, or in order to get some sort of insight into how Jalen Hurts thinks, it's little stories like this that come out to give us just some sort of a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Last year, someone sat behind him and took a picture of his lock screen, and he didn't even know it, and he was upset that that picture came out.
He
And
seems
Mark,
like a really reserved person for sure.
yeah. Well, you know what though?
You never hear much about Jalen at all.
Nah, I think there was some early in his career. There was some circumstances, particularly here in Market, because they crucified him for like there was some people, the fact that he still called his father Coach Hurts, right? That rubbed some people wrong. You know what I'm saying? And they went in on him radio wise, you know what I'm saying? But then come to find out what he was saying, he said he still calls his father dad. It was just that in that particular interview, the conversation was about football. So when the conversation is about football, in the context of the conversation, he's Coach Hurts. So that's how he was talking. And then they had a problem with in market here, and it's getting pretty bad, particularly with 94 WIP here in here, because they don't even like the fact that like they're investigating and find out that there's like a effort to keep him to just trash him. I mean, it's bad. They don't like the fact in the beginning. They ain't like the fact that he said yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. Until they found out he was raised in Texas, and that's how people in Texas talk to their elders and their parents and stuff like that. So when all that stuff started coming about and everything like that, he really started shutting down. And I honestly think that first Super Bowl that he lost, I think that was the thing that really changed him. I don't think he's, and he said it. And at the night before they played the last Super Bowl, like that changed his soul. And he ain't been right since. That's it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Oh, shoot. I figured out everybody was asleep. I don't know what happened.
I'm serious.
No, he's listening. He's just listening. I mean,
I'm sorry. I drifted off.
That's all good.
I was doing my taxes. I thought I had time to do my taxes. But
so your team shows up, what, on Tuesday?
Yeah. Yep.
And Momo, when does your team get to camp?
It's the same day. I think it's Tuesday.
And they old as hell too.
Ward family, Jalen is embarrassed because the ring looks like it came from Toys R Us. Oh man, damn!
But you know what though, he got it. So, Mark, then Ward family spent some money on you, bro.
Shout out to Ward family. He's good people.
Yeah.
He came to unlike you, he came to my house to watch a game.
Yeah.
And he had to come all the way from Arizona.
This year.
Okay. From Arizona. So what I'm saying is you ain't shit.
Okay. I actually, this year it's going to be me and Eugene coming over.
Yeah, I hear you talking. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you. I'd say there's probably a better chance that Eugene shows up than you.
Well, you guys don't live very far from one another.
Yeah, okay, right. See, you're already making the excuse. Well, Eugene's kind of close to you.
Mark, no. I told you that when I first met you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you're not that far. And remember, he went to school in Charlottesville.
Yeah, UVA.
You know what I'm saying?
About 20 miles
Yeah,
from here.
so, right. You know what I'm saying? So he's familiar with that area, sort of say, or whatever. But nah, we're coming. I figure we come down for the game against you guys in Dallas, right?
Okay.
Because you're not going down. You're not going down, right?
After last year's ass whipping, I don't think I can do that again. I'm going to a game. I don't know which game I'm going to go to yet, but I'm definitely going to go down to a game.
Are you still coming up September 4th?
I don't know what I'm doing on that one, to be honest with you. I'm debate. I mean, not to go to the game. The tickets are just insane, and so are the Eagle fans. So I'm not sure about doing that one. But I thought about maybe getting like an Airbnb and coming up for the weekend. And maybe doing some sightseeing and just kind of getting the pulse of the town, and then getting the hell away from the stadium when the game kicks off.
Okay. And then for the home game, you'll be there. You'll be at your house or the Red Brick House.
I don't know, man. I don't know that far ahead. Shit, I might be dead.
Okay, sorry. Okay, whichever way, let me know. We're there.
But whichever way works out better, then we can do it either way.
Mm. All right, so we'll be in. We'll be in. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to coming and hang out, whichever way we hang out or whatever.
Okay.
You know, but I will say this, you know, and I'm just, you know, realizing I didn't know that Washington was the oldest team in the league. I had no idea. I just found that out. Yeah, they've got the oldest roster in the league now.
Well, Linda.
That's possible.
Dang, that's super chat.
Yeah.
It's a trend mark. Yeah. It's a trend mark.
Linda and Barris, they showed last Dallas ring against the Eagles ring with wings. It put Dallas ring to shame. Damn, Linda. Yeah, I tell you what, you Eagle fans are feeling it right now. But y'all deserve it. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to you, Linda. Appreciate the super chat and Ward family, as well as Alan Williams and Dirty Sanchez. Man, keep it up. Keep it up. Hell, we keep this up, I might be able to get that ticket to the game. You know what kind of ticks me off there, though, Leo? Is frickin' Dan Saleo.
Dan who?
Dan,
sorry.
Isn't he coming?
So which one, the Cowboy one or the Eagle
here's
one?
Where it's kind of crazy. I flew across the country because he said, I'll come down for training camp, right? And he didn't show. He said that he would show up to Dallas for the Dallas Eagles game. And even though the Cowboys sucked, I still showed up. He wasn't there. And now the company, I can't remember which sponsor he has, they have him flying him all the way over to the Eagles game, getting a luxury suite and everything else. And you think he would say, well, Mark, how about I bring you along too for some great content? You think he would say, hey, ain't that some shit?
No, I think that because he can't. It's not his place to do that. You know what I'm saying?
If he's the
I think
star
he's more
that
of a
they're
space
putting
filler.
in there, I don't know.
Say that again?
They're sponsoring him in a show to be there
because of you and Philly 500.
When you look,
come on.
He sits there and tells us, man,
500.
you guys get better views than this, that, the other, and all that. It's like, okay, then
you're not gonna see. Hey, listen, I got some friends that they every time I have them with me, it brings bigger and bigger ratings.
Yeah,
can I invite them out or whatever, whatever?
I mean, that would be like, especially if the Eagles are rolling, to be able to have me suffering through it when they're doing the banner drop and everything else. Me literally tossing my Italian sub and things. Me being drunk over in the corner because
that would be something he would have to bring up to them and not the other way. So.
Yeah. And if he and because he hasn't, that lets you know how much he really thinks of you.
Yeah.
And Philly. You know what I'm saying?
As Momo would say, man, he don't treat you right. He's like NFL owners to the players.
Yeah.
He's treating you like a piece of meat.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm just not a Saleo fan. I just think I'm sorry. I think he's just a user.
Well, he is. He's a shock jock.
Yep. And you guys are a big reason why his subscriptions have gone up. You know what I'm saying? Why people watch him. Do you realize how many people tune in just for you and Philly 500?
Yep.
He gets more people that tune in for you two than he does for any of his other guests or any of his other shows. And if you go back and just go through the history, look at the number of views. Look at how the numbers drop from when you and Philly 500 are on versus when he has anything or anyone else on.
So it's kind of like Stephen A. Smith. If Stephen A. Smith didn't have the Dallas Cowboys to talk about, he wouldn't be nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all he talks about is the Dallas Cowboys.
He talks about everybody.
If he didn't have the Cowboys to bash, he would be nothing.
No, I don't think
he'd be in the basement because that's all he talks about. All he does is trash the Cowboys.
I get that, but I think
he takes great pleasure in trashing the Cowboys.
Now I'm asking you a question. Saleo, is he in California?
Yes, he is in California.
Oh, okay.
So is Philly 500.
Yeah. Yeah, Philly 500's in California. Yep, Philly 500's in California.
I know
He's
it's
doing
crazy
good out there,
'cause-
man.
'cause he don't
He's
sound
doing
like
good.
it.
They
Yeah.
sound like her.
He sound like he right from Philly, but no, he ain't.
No, but
From
you know what you
Philadelphia.
got to do?
Philly because of how he
No,
talks. I
no,
don't
you know
think
what
the
you got to
accent will
do?
go away.
No, you know what you got to do, Momo, is during the season, right? You know how at the end of the day, Mark does his fireside chat and he ends the day off with whatever was the highlights of the day. Philly does the same thing. Philly 500 does something like the same thing, but it's his he'll do his victory cigars.
Okay.
And the thing is, you get an idea if when he does his victory cigars of where he's at, because you can see he's outside. He can't smoke in the house. You know what I'm saying? He's not allowed to smoke in the house, so he's always outside in front of his house, like in his driveway or whatever. And he's giving his take on the day's happenings and stuff like that. And that's when you're like, oh snap, yeah, he is in California. That's what you just and if you want, Momo, just go back like on his page and then like go back and look at some
I'll
of
go
his
back on
older
his
live videos and
I
you'll
do that.
see
I
it's
just-
when he does his victory
So
cigars.
are both of them from Philadelphia or one point New Jersey, New York, or whatever?
Philly's from here, yeah. He's from the market, yeah.
And Cilio,
Yeah, I don't know about Dan Salio. I don't know
was on the
anything about
Cowboys roster.
Dan Salio. I think he stays in his mom's basement, right, Mark?
I doubt that.
Get out from
Did he play for Miami in college?
Yeah.
And then he played for the
Played at
Cowboys
the
and the
U.
Eagles and somebody else.
Yeah, he played at the U with
Dan
Michael Irvin.
So I highly doubt he's living in his mom's basement.
No, loyal. I'm saying that because that's how he was talking about Mark. Who's Mark Holmes? Oh, Mark Holmes, the one that lives in his mom's basement.
I've never heard of Marco. Who the hell is Marco?
Yeah,
that's his take, to go through. But I was one, I showed up on his channel and he was surprised, and that's how we got that shit started. Because he was kind of like, everybody's like, put him on. He was like, well, this guy's got cojones. He actually is here. So yeah, he's all right.
I had no problem with neither one of them. I just they take is just as bad as my take, so I don't. Hey, more the merrier.
No, I think
the more the merrier.
I'm glad you admit your takes are bad, Momo. That's step one.
I was going to say that's the start, Derek. Tune in to watch Derek. So there's hope for you.
That is step one.
But I have a question on that. How many steps does Momo need?
How many steps?
If that's step one.
Momo gonna need an elevator.
Yeah.
Or escalator.
Well,
one of them.
First of all, Hallie, Momo needs his affirmation. You got to come up with some kind of an affirmation for him.
Huh?
You see what I'm saying? Like you know how they do in those classes like AA and all that stuff. He needs that, and then he's got to accept the road that he has to go in order to be a better person. So that's all. Give Momo some time. He'll get there.
Well, if in AA they say my name is Hallie Pierce and I'm an alcoholic, what would that Momo have to say? I'm Momo and I'm a
shit starter.
Negative Nancy.
There you go.
I'll tell you what I am. I'm Momo. I'm the man who tells the truth, and y'all hide from the truth. I'm Momo. I tell all. Y'all tell less.
Okay, I tell you what.
Oh wow.
Momo, you like to keep shit. Put that on the shirt. I tell all,
what
y'all
the hell
tell
is
less.
that going on behind you?
I tell all, you tell less.
Wait.
And
is that a Momo head behind you?
That's it right there, Mark. Yeah. I tell all, you tell less.
No.
That's it.
Momo, your background. What is that behind you?
Oh, that's me in a gaming tournament. Move.
Yeah, but the skull.
He got a picture of himself.
He's got a skull and he's next to it.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm at a gaming tournament and the guy was dressed as Call of Duty. He trying to win a turn. He was dressing up and I was doing. I was at a big tournament, gaming tournament, where with Call of Duty and all these games, PC gaming, people play the PlayStation like that, and I'm a sponsor for gamers. So I sponsor me, two other friends. We sponsor gamers, go up there. They win tournaments, and they make good money.
Get part of the money.
I'm a gamer.
I
If I
do
submit, I might
sponsor
double
these
Dragon
guys.
3
These
run.
guys are really good.
That'd be 12th that time.
I'm really
You
good
know,
too.
a lot of people up there, kids. So I would say this, not get off topic. The biggest person, couple people make close to a little over $1 million a year on gaming tournaments.
Do they go to the big one? What is it in Taiwan? That
Yep,
extreme?
it's all over, all over. There's a big one coming in Florida, because that's when I'm not going to be there because I don't want to. I don't want to go to this exhausting. You know, people dress up and all
they
these stuff
cosplay.
like that. It's like that's that guy. He's dressing that Call of Duty as a whatever. He didn't even place because you got to be original.
He didn't even place.
So
one of the interesting things that we're figuring out this year, Momo, is that my company's signature brand, which is House of Kush, we actually sponsored the Free to Green tournament, and we're actually going to be doing another one this time in Kansas City in late October. I believe it's the weekend that they had the Monday night game. And that's normally around the time where, and it's actually, this time it's actually going to be a Call of Duty tournament because that's normally around the time, late October, November is when they come out with the new edition of Call of Duty. But we have
round
Epic
November,
Games.
round November.
We got Epics. We have Epic Games,
which is in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Microsoft,
which they don't make games anymore.
We have a bunch of companies who are invited to come out
that's awesome,
for a private meet and greet with a couple of our business partners, but also we have it's looking like we may end up having the Kansas City Chiefs Alumni Association there too.
It's like Madden and all this other stuff like that, and
every game, like the moment you change, like we've done different tournaments. The first one was Tekken, and that was at OS NYC in New York, and we ended up having the number 4 Tekken rated Tekken player in the world come out and compete. But the interesting thing now is like we see how these pots are growing. And we also see how like this whole circuit of gaming.
Shout out to our leader in the club.
Globally, y'all, gaming did 300 billion last
business here.
Yeah.
This is something fine, but
okay.
I feel
training camps open up, and how are we talking gaming?
I just want to say this about training camp for me.
Yeah, and the guy that does the gaming ain't talking. Ain't that but a bitch? If I submitted my run for Double Dragon 3, I'd be right now in 12th place. In the world record
in the world,
according to Rom thing. But,
I'm a little. Yeah, I'm the only one, who's like still trying to figure this out because it turns out the moment you change the game, that's a whole different world. That's a whole different group of people. That's a whole different fan base, an entirely different, world. And like we went from Tekken to I forget what the other one was, the last one, but each one they're changing, and every time they do that, it's a whole nother push to get a different type of fan base. And the thing about it is that the difference is that we're mixing cannabis with these gaming tournaments too. So that's the thing, that's how we got involved.
Because I was high. So now we're mixing cannabis and gaming talk. Okay, how about some football? Okay, training camps are open. Off season is over, and we're talking about gaming. Where was the gaming a couple of weeks ago when there was no football? We got training camp.
There is no training camp at the moment.
The Lions lost one of their outstanding defensive tackles for the season.
Yep, ACL. Yep,
ACL surgery. Okay, we got the Commanders with Scary Terry holding out. Now we've got Cincinnati with you just said Stewart is holding out along with Henderson. Come on, man.
Shamar Stewart,
Yeah, and we're sitting here talking about gaming tournaments and shit and getting high.
Is that the Bengals rookie first round pick?
Yeah, he's a first round pick.
He still ain't signed.
He won't sign. He won't sign. He wants more.
Didn't they do like their second round pick got like something that was like
Washington
not used to? The Bengals second round pick got a
I think it's their second round pick.
He got.
I know Washington second round, but the cornerback he hasn't signed neither.
His guaranteed
news.
money go to the fourth year or something.
I'm just glad
Noah
he's
Fant has been
signed.
released, guys.
Who?
What?
Tight end Noah Fant's been released by the Seattle Seahawks.
Wow.
Noah Fant is out there.
Cowboys better pick him
freed
up. Better pick him up, Cowboys.
$8.9 million in salary cap. Noah Fant.
That's why I wanted Orange Jackson from the second to be drafted by us, but oh well.
So I'm
Maybe he's
actually
only
a question.
27.
I'm confused when you think when they release a person like that, is disgruntled or this is a personal? Is it a
Salary cap?
contract? Or it could be anything.
It could be salary cap.
No, they said
cap
removed.
They saved almost $9 million setting them go. And you might have a young person you say, like, here's the reality of the NFL is they're always looking to replace you with somebody cheaper.
True.
We had when I had Demario Davis at my house, we had Ainsley Battles who played for Jacksonville and for the Steelers. And he said, everybody wants to be an NFL player, but the reality is, it's great if you're Peyton Manning and stuff. But for the average player, he said, we had this guy who was cut and brought back 8 times in one season.
Okay.
And he said, it got so frequent that they forgot to tell him one time. He said, dude shows up, he sits down in his locker, he puts on his shoes, and it's like, my shoes don't fit. And dude walks over, it's like, dude, you're sitting in my locker, and he looks up, and it's got somebody else's name on it. And so you have this dynamic that, you're always being replaced. And so if we can find somebody who's cheaper and we can save salary money, you can best believe they're going to cut them. There's a couple of players, linebacker, God damn, he had the spinal fuse. Damone Clark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who, if the Cowboys move on from him, they'll save $3.5 million. And it looks like there's really not a spot for him on the roster. So that's a guy you look at and say, okay, we can move on and save some cash because we've drafted some guys.
Holly.
Yeah, my daughter ran into something. I'm going to have to go. I got to get dinner started.
Okay.
Okay, Hallie. Good talking to you.
Love you.
Nice talking to everybody.
Appreciate
Love
you.
you guys.
All right, Mama.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
All right, bye-bye.
Mark, you talking about Damone Clark?
Yeah, Damone Clark, if they end up moving on from him, you're talking about $3.5 million in cap savings. Just by releasing him. So, teams are looking at these things and saying, well, we can go ahead and get rid of Noah Fant. We might have somebody else who's young and up and coming, who's cheap, and we can use that money to try and bring in another veteran. So this is where that third wave of free agency is going to start, as teams start releasing these players.
Mark, what player you was talking about got a torn ACL for Detroit?
Shit, I can't pronounce his last name. Shit.
Everybody got torn anything on Detroit. It's a lot of people coming off an injury after last year, Thomas, if you think about it, right?
Which Detroit Lions player just tore their ACL and out for the season?
Was Zurich?
The defensive
Levi
end.
Onwuzurike is out for the season after
Yeah.
tearing his ACL. It's a tough break for him in the Lions.
Levi, I can't pronounce it, even though this thing just said it.
Yeah, she just said it, but I
Levi E.
Levi,
thank you, Lord.
Gracious.
Yeah. So he tore his ACL. He said,
I do have a question, Mark. And maybe you can answer this. So I know it's the flag football championship, I think was today. What does have to do with the NFL? NFL sponsoring that?
Okay.
The NFL,
here's where the NFL.
They got players on there?
Well,
do they have players from the NFL on there?
You ask a question and you don't let anybody answer it. Here's what they're doing, and I'll give you a great example of it. The NFL recognizes we need to create the next generation. Okay? So, like my niece, who's, I think she's about 14 years old, and she's like an Instagram, girly girl, right? She's playing flag football. And she says, Uncle Mark, can you sponsor me? I need some gloves, I need some cleats and everything else. And so by sponsoring NFL flag football, you're now creating fans for the future. You understand? So somebody who had no interest in football, well, she's excited to play flag football with her friends, in which case she'll probably start watching. So, yes.
Do you know on the name of the Cowboys flag football team?
Oh, no. No, I knew you was going there, Momo. They said the Cowboys beat the Eagles 7-0. It was like California Cowboys.
Yeah, but you know the name of the team, don't you?
I don't.
Bad Rabbits.
Bad Rabbits? Okay.
Bad Rabbits. No, wait a minute, hold on, wait, time out, hold on, wait.
Come on, Dirty.
Momo, are you saying the Dallas Cowboys flag football team is called the Rabbits?
Yeah.
Is that real, or are you just you messing with us? Hold on,
What's up, Doc?
I'm trying to this is why it's hard with you, Momo, because I can't take you serious.
Look it up.
Seriously.
Look, Laura knows. He tells
I just seen something on Facebook that said Eagles Cowboys. That's all I seen. And those flag.
Momo.
The Atheno Athletic Eagles versus the Bad Rabbits Cowboys NFL Flag Championship.
It's Eagles Cowboys, basically.
Yes.
I get it. That's funny.
Dirty Sanchez says, "Loyal, I see you with your mouth wide open. Is that your resume?" Thanks for the super chat, but
I don't get it.
I'm confused. My mouth ain't open.
Look it up. And they
wait a minute.
They named a team.
Wait a minute.
Shout out to Alan Williams, who just
wait
put in here
a minute
that Noah Fant was released. Yeah. What?
Wait a minute.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Did a man ask you, is your mouth open a resume?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Wait a minute.
You sick?
I mean, I guess you're living by your name. But I mean, hey,
shock
and awe
ain't
nothing wrong
is
with
game.
it. It's we all child of God, so
to each his own.
Live your life how you want to live it. It's just
I'm gonna just say this though. The storylines that's going into training camp, Mark, in terms of the way things are shaping up, there's an article out there that literally says, because I'm like sitting there reading, I'm going, wait a minute, this is the opposite of what I get. But it says that most Cowboy fans are not optimistic about 2025. It
will be a better year than last year was. Okay. Now, if you are, and you know what, the saddest,
like that.
The saddest part of everything right now is sports reporting isn't really reporting anymore. It's
true that
sport making up. Okay. Remember, okay, how old are you, Leo?
I'm 50.
Okay. I came from the era of you would get up and get the newspaper outside and you read the sports page. And then George Michaels came out with the Sports Machine.
The Sports
Machine, which was groundbreaking because that was the first time you could just see highlights on Sunday nights for 30 minutes. And I would stay up till 11:30 at night just to see George Michael's Sports Machine. He had wrestling on there. He'd have like a crazy sport like, barrel jumping or some shit like that. And he would give you football highlights. Then came along ESPN with Sports Center. And so they just gave you the sporting news. Now, all of the stuff that we get now, especially now, none of it's really actually news that's being reported. It's more conjecture. They'll say, the team is saying Jaden Blue is borderline lazy. Who's saying that?
I heard,
or proposed
I heard about that
trades.
last week.
Here's a proposed trade, or this player is done, and but none of it has any factual nature to it. And so when you hear, most Cowboy fans are not optimistic. Optimistic is the question is, are you optimistic about winning a Super Bowl? I don't think we're going to win a Super Bowl this year, but I'm optimistic that the season is going to be better than it was last year. I can just look at training camp and say, this is quiet in comparison to the shit that was happening last year. Last year, we had CeeDee Lamb. We had Dak Prescott. Is this the last year of Dak Prescott's contract? We got Mike McCarthy on the hot seat and Jerry Jones talking about going all in and then saying we're going to do more with less. We don't have all these storylines. In fact, to have Micah Parsons, who doesn't have a new contract, saying, I'm going to be a team leader and I'm going to show up and I'll be there while he's in the middle of trying to get a contract.
Like a hold in instead of a hold out.
The only bad thing about
we don't
this
even know if
is
he's going to hold in.
that tomorrow, that'll be the highlight of the training camp is where they'll be looking for Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
They're not even going to pay. They're not probably not even going to pay attention to anybody else. They're just going to be looking for Micah Parsons.
So do the rookies show up today?
Everybody shows up today. The team flight.
Oh, everybody shows up today.
The team flight landed today. They get physicals and stuff tomorrow. And
that's right, because y'all go to Oxnard, yeah.
The opening press conference will be tomorrow, and the first practice will be Tuesday.
Okay.
And it's 68 degrees in Oxnard.
Yeah,
60?
68, yeah. Oxnard State, it's crazy when you go to California.
Wow.
You know, L.A. is hot as shit. And you go about an hour and a half up the coast, and Oxnard, 75 is a heat wave.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to remember,
California,
you kind of get cool a little bit when you go.
Okay, I didn't know that, Thomas. Yeah, I didn't know that. I always thought that it was hot as hell. I mean, Mark, I don't even remember you commenting on the weather being as it was.
Oh, it's cool.
Like this.
It's cool. Yeah, it's very cool.
You can ask Philly 500 because he live up that way.
He lives further up north. He lives even further.
Philly's in Northern California.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
He's about
now you're talking Oregon, Washington State area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. The Northern Pacific. What is that? The Northern Pacific coast.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The weather's kind of iffy because, like, I know, like in Oregon, it rains like 9 months out of the year.
Well,
you call it the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pacific Northwest. That's it. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Laura.
Wow.
Not to interject, I just want to tell you that was all girls flag football championship today.
I just seen something come across Facebook.
Yeah, it was all girls championship.
Yeah.
Oh, they already played it, Momo?
Yeah, people were making jokes. They was like, oh, that's the only time the Cowboys are going to beat the Eagles this year. So
okay. The Bad Rabbits won.
Yeah, the Bad Rabbits. That's that's a premonition what the Cowboys might do to the Eagles. I'm just saying, Leo. Leo.
I thought that's how
we are here.
Do you guys see how good Momo is? I was on flag football, and this mother humper just pulled me down the damn rabbit hole because I should have known. Everything's a setup. Everything. God damn it, Momo. Damn you. I see why Mark says the things that he says.
This flips me out. I'm sorry. Dak Prescott's doppelganger is definitely Solomon Thomas. Because I was sitting here looking at the pictures of the players going up on the plane, and it looks like Dak Prescott, but it's Solomon Thomas. He looks so much like Dak, it's not even funny.
Really?
Oh, my
Slightly
God.
bigger version.
Dak Prescott on steroids.
Yeah.
Definitely. For real.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll say this. We still haven't gotten our second rounder signed yet, but we're
controversy with the Eagles. Oh, your season's screwed, man. It's screwed up.
No, well, I was going to say, but the way I've been seeing all these second rounders signing in the last couple of days, I'm just thinking it's just a matter of time. I mean, they don't report until Tuesday, and
so what's the hold up on these second rounders around the league?
They wanted more of like fully guaranteed contracts.
Oh.
That's really what it was, and it was. And once a couple of guys, there was already a couple of guys who had already signed, but I think someone else signed, and then all of a sudden, I think that happened like on Thursday or Friday, and then all of a sudden, you just started seeing second rounders. That's okay, because I guess they started getting those 4 or 5 second rounders. They wanted more of like fully guaranteed contracts. That's really what it was, and once a couple of guys, there was already a couple of guys who had already signed, but I think someone else signed, and then all of a sudden, you just started seeing second rounders. That's okay, because I guess they started getting those almost fully guaranteed contracts. Some of them getting fully guaranteed, some of them getting like 80 something.
Yeah, because I know our player signed the latter part of last week. He signed around midnight Thursday.
Yeah, I think you know what, Thomas. That sounds about right because like they were. I think somebody was waiting to sign. They was waiting for someone else to sign, and then once they did, and that person got their fully guaranteed contract, it just started the dominoes just started falling. So I'm just going to assume that our guy Andrew Makuba will probably sign tomorrow, maybe later today or tomorrow. But I'm just anticipating that that's like the I guess you could say the biggest thing we have going on right now. Not to mention we got a lot of guys going into a contract year, so it should be interesting to see how these things play themselves out going into training camp, because our biggest thing is going to be health.
Yeah, because I was shocked when I saw the signing, because I saw it on Facebook and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. The Joneses don't do business like this. They don't, sign players at night like this.
Yeah.
And come to find out, I went to Google and man, there it was. He was signed.
Well,
I was like, okay.
And that's where
messed up with.
But you know what though? And this is something that everybody was going through. So this wasn't a thing that Jerry and them was doing. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't just the Joneses. My issue though, or the thing that I think is notable, is that with the newness of this team, with the newness of the Dallas Cowboys, and I have maintained throughout the entire offseason up until now, all the way through to today, is that the changes that I've seen with this team are notable. You understand what I'm saying? So. They are notable. But there are things that go on with this team, in my opinion, is where it kind of like cancels it out to a degree. And it has nothing to do with coaching and nothing to do with players. It has everything to do with contracts. Like the way that front office, the way the decision makers are doing things, it's at this point negligible because you're overpaying when you don't have to. Micah should have been done a long time ago. And what I don't understand is, with all these new things that are going on and whatnot, and you still doing this type of shit, because to me, it's like you fucking with these players right before they go in the training camp. Like you don't like this is, and it turns people off from wanting to even come to Dallas. You see what I'm saying? Troy put it out there.
I disagree about that, because you know what? See, while you're sitting here and busting on my team about waiting to pay players, okay?
I'm not busting. Well,
no. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me give you actually a little dose of reality here too. Yes, your team has been able to sign a whole lot of players and get them and stuff on the roster and everything else, but they've actually kind of kicked that can down the road. Now, in reality, the salary cap is there, but you have tools to go around it. Because, see, as you're busting on my team and saying they suck with managing money, your team is sitting there with $76 million in dead money this year. Right now, today. And you're muted. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Leo. Anybody else talking?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I couldn't hear Leo. So as we go through here, and I'm pissed off that we're paying $9 million for Zach Martin, and and we've got other ones and things like that. But we got like $30 million in dead money. But the Eagles, as much as Leo keeps saying how great they're doing and how bad the Cowboys are doing, you got $16 million for Kelsey, $16 million for Josh Sweat, which was a bad signing. Fletcher Cox, you're still paying $10 million. You're paying $9 million for Slay. You're paying $5 million for Bryce Huff, $4 million for Chauncey Gardner, $4 million for Brandon Graham, Mekhi Benton, $3.5 million, James Bradbury, $3 million, Zach Braun, $2 million, Devin White, $2 million, and so on. So yes, the Cowboys take their time on those contracts, but you've got $76 million in dead money. So we all have some things we do better with than others. And see, Leo, his shit just went dry, and he had to leave the building apparently.
What? Can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. No, I was saying, when you said you got 70 million down the road, blah 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 blah.
No. Dead money right now on the cap. You got
now,
76 million.
Okay, yeah, but Mark, we got Super Bowl out of that.
I understand that, but
doing it that way, I'm just saying, like,
at some point, this is going to catch up, possibly.
Yeah,
and I agree.
You know what?
You got a Super Bowl out of it, but you're sitting here talking about like everything is perfect with your team and everything that they do is right. You kind of made some mistakes too along the way, and you just kind of say, "We'll just kick it down the road."
Wait, I'll spell it out for you, Mark. You're absolutely right. And to be honest with you, if you take those mistakes, right, if you account for those mistakes, for us to be here is still remarkable. I'm going all the way back to Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? We drafted him number 2 overall. We paid him $100 and something million at that time, which was a large contract at that time in time. You know what I'm saying? We rolled him all the way to a Super Bowl before he got hurt, and then had to finish it with Nick Foles, and then we ended up cutting him.
Okay.
When that happens,
but listen to this.
You know what I'm saying?
Dog, listen to this though.
When that happens,
2029. Hold on. In 2029, you owe $294 million in salary cap. That's one hell of a balloon payment, okay? That's literally where you get an interest only first 5 years on the house and you got $1,000 payment on it, okay? And then in 5 years, you get the balloon payment and now you're paying 4, okay? And see, that's what you had to do.
And Howie, I trust. We'll get the numbers right.
Well, that's what you had to do with the $76 million in dead money with all the guys that you got rid of. And the misses that you made. I'm just saying, that's a lot of money on the salary cap 4 years from now.
Okay, but right now, how has doing business worked for us that way?
You got a Super Bowl.
Evidence speaks for itself, Your Honor. We got two trips to the Super Bowl. We won one. Looking more and more likely that we'll probably end up going again this year.
Oh,
and we'll win again.
The kiss of death. See, that's like going
Mark,
through with one ring.
Mark, hold on.
You notice I'm not doing
Mark, this is
two
supposed to
rings
be my safe space, Mark. I'm already on the hook. Remember, I'm already on the hook.
No, we're just waiting for you to trip up and fall on your face, and then we're going to step on you.
I know. If there's any consolation to not making it to the playoffs for you guys and things going awry like predicted, it would be for us not to win the Super Bowl, because then I had to present myself to this channel, you know what I'm saying, and get my comeuppance, you know what I'm saying, with the things with the trash talk that I have done. But that's not what this is right now. I'm not here to trash talk. I'm just saying,
Cowboys win week 1. Does that alter your thought process on it?
What I was saying is that for us to be here after that whole thing, you know what I'm saying, with Carson, you have to admit it's pretty remarkable. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? Most teams don't recover like that. And so that's all I'm saying. And so with Dallas, I mean, good God almighty, you know what I'm saying? Like, there are some self-inflicted wounds, and there are a number of people who you can find. There are a number of avenues that you can find that will be culpable. Hey, listen, I'm not saying that Dak Prescott was the sole reason why you guys lost in the playoffs against Green Bay and everything like that. But what I have said is that Dak was a key contributor, just like the defense and just like other members of the team. He was a key contributor to why y'all lost, and as bad as y'all lost. And so when we say, like me, when I say things like you guys should have moved on a long time ago, I'm coming from a place of look at what happened with us. You know what I'm saying? And it was quick. Sometimes you got to make that change. I know Mark doesn't like to hear that type of stuff, but
yes, of
I'm
course,
just saying,
Eagles,
like
the Eagles.
I mean, we could
all.
easily see that Carson Wentz was terrible.
I mean,
Eagles fans tried to convince us that he wasn't, but
he was having an MVP type league. He was having an MVP year.
Okay, a one hit. Well, so was RG3, but then what happened?
Yeah, he tore that knee up. But but at the same time, look at how long it's taken Washington to how long it took for Washington to recover from that RG3 thing. They haven't.
They didn't really recover from back in the early 90s. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, Vinny Serrato and all them did not do them any justice. You see what I'm saying? Because remember, you remember Jason Campbell and the whole mental health thing. You know what I'm saying? And Jason Campbell was a pretty good quarterback coming out of college.
He was a great quarterback, but they screwed him up with the chuck and duck offense, basically.
Yeah.
But when he snapped the football, his first question was, who is going to body slam me? Which way is it going to happen?
Yeah, Mark.
That was his first read.
The guy who was interviewing for a coordinator job ended up being the head coach, Zorn.
Yeah.
Remember that? And it was like, wait, what? So and they still, as an organization, in my opinion, up until last year, hadn't recovered. You know what I'm saying? This is last year was the first year.
And I hate to say it, actually, I don't hate to say it. I still think that Washington is going to take a major step back. I'm sorry. Momo,
I actually think that too, Mark.
Momo, I keep hearing everybody talking about all the talent that they have and everything else. Laramie Tunsil, great signing. But I think Debo is past his prime.
Thanks, Jeff.
I think that's some bullshit where he says he's got 8% body fat. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's like, okay. If that's the case, then I got 10. Okay. All right.
Okay. Can I comment on that, Mark?
Go ahead. Sure.
No, here's the problem with people looking in glass half full. They'll be fine because that man behind that center is going to make everybody better. And he is next coming. And so he's him. So watch out.
Okay. Linda, salary cap mistakes are acceptable. Does Dallas want to be the world champion cap champ or Super Bowl champs? Dallas fans want to know no balloon payment. The new TV contract is due when we get there. You're right. And the thing is, Cap Boy ain't Super Bowl champ of cap management. He sucks. Cap Boy sucks. So, yeah. But I honestly, though, I mean, you got Von Miller, which is, at this point, a name player. Von Miller is a shell of himself. Von Miller's had, in the last 3 years, 14 sacks. Believe it or not, Dante Fowler, in the last 3 years, has had 24. Think about that. And as a Cowboy player, he was a part-time player for 2 of those years. What, Momo? I see you opening your mouth.
I have never said that Devon. I don't like the Von Miller thing. Everybody says that's depth. That's depth in your backfield. He could put him behind the bench like that. That's fine. But look at the last 3 years of his career. He has not been great. He's been hurt.
What you're not looking for. Like, here's the thing. You're not really looking. The value isn't what.
Damn.
The value isn't just in what he does on the field. The value for you guys comes in him being in that locker room with your youngins. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys who are still on their rookie contracts and stuff like that.
That's fine.
At the end of the day, Von Miller is going to be
you sign a glorified coach for $6.1 million.
No, that's no.
That's exactly what that is.
First of all, you guys do have the oldest roster in the league.
And what's your point? What's your point?
You know what I'm saying? My point is
over the hill gang.
Yeah, my point is that what you're going to need is you're definitely going to need these guys to get into the ears of your youngins, because you're going to be losing a lot. What you're going to lose is a lot of experience come the end of the year.
We might not
quality
have
experience at that.
We might have a stadium in the next 3 years or next 5 years from
that's
now.
a conversation. That's a conversation. You're right. That is a conversation. But that's not the one I'm having right now. The one I'm talking about is
we'll be fine, Leo.
We're
gonna be 11. We win 11 games this year. Win the division. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going down a rabbit hole. That's what I truly believe. I believe that the Eagles are going to take a major step back. They're going to be in third place. I can't help to believe that.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot you did say that earlier. Okay, so and I remember saying that
I can't believe that they're older than
talking,
the Steelers. Damn.
Yeah, look, Momo.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Momo, we put 55 on y'all. We put 55 on y'all.
Doesn't matter.
And you still talking.
It's a new season coming up. So why are we still talking about old shit?
Because you got old shit on your team.
Oh, okay. And
you got the oldest team in the league.
That old team gonna put a whoop ass on y'all team.
No, you mean
Eagles have
okay, Momo. Okay,
we'll see. Let's wait and see, Leo.
You're right, Momo. You win. You got
if Momo is right, it's gonna be.
No, Derek, I'm not going down that. I'm not going down his damn rabbit hole.
If we had to come up here and say, Momo, you was right. Oh Lord, we might as well cancel the show for the.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Momo's trying to get me to go down some dumbass rabbit hole, and he almost got me to do it too.
If the Eagles are in third place this year, it is gonna be.
Oh man,
some terrible.
Well, you know what? I might not mind that so much. Just to take them down a bit, man. Just to be able to go at Momo and just replay. I'll just put it on a loop that we're going back to the Super Bowl. Okay.
You're talking about me?
And just do it as a live stream 24/7. Just keep replaying it over and over and over.
Listen,
and over.
I'm only a third of the way there.
With the clown laugh in the background.
Lord, please let this happen for me because I really can't have this. I really cannot be. I can't deal with them.
Even better,
people here.
Even better, what I'll do is I'll get a laugh from Eugene. Like
he'll come here just for that. Shit. Eugene will want to be a part of whatever short that you're going to make.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he would act out something for you, Mark. Believe me, he's that kind of petty. He is petty like that. Okay, and straight up to the bone, asshole. Okay, he is that. You know, and so. Again,
don't
get me wrong.
Slime and just dump on you and shit.
Is that what you're gonna do? Is that what you're gonna do?
What I do know, Leo.
Mark, is that what you're gonna do? Hold on, Momo. No, wait. That shit ain't funny, Mark.
Do some shit like that. Really, make that shit go viral. Oh shit.
The crazy part is that I just know wide receivers. Wide receivers want to make catches and pad their stats. If they can't pad their stats and be in the top in conversation as the best receivers, and they're not getting the ball in the game and throughout the season, they gonna be
Momo. Drew said,
Momo, if your wide receivers don't get their money and go on diets, they ain't getting
AJ is he wanted the ball, and they started. If he doesn't get the ball this year like he wants to, or he gonna cry like two babies in the hen house.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Momo. Last year when they lost Brandon Ayuk and they didn't have Christian McCaffrey, and they needed him to step up, they needed him to be a great target. His numbers:
Debo,
51 catches for 670 yards.
Hurt.
Oh, okay.
Debo was hurt.
He played. Go ahead. He played in 15 games last year.
Yeah,
and he was hurt the whole season.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Most people.
Okay.
Most people in their third trimester, you know, having some kind of back pain.
Damn, he said he in his third trimester. Shit.
I take that dirt. I take that dirt because I can't mess with dirt. I can't know. I just can't mess with dirt because I respect you too much for a sly comment.
So you're under the impression that the Debo that you're going to get is 21 Debo, who had 1,405 yards.
No,
18.2 yards per reception. And also rushed for 365 yards.
The Debo, I don't think I'm going to get. I don't get him. He's going to make big plays at times. He's not going to be the Debo in 21. He will be the Debo of 25, where he's going to make major contributions for the team.
He was on a loaded roster last 3 years, and he has only gotten over 670 yards once.
That's fine, Mark.
Okay.
When we put that 50 burger on the Cowboys and the Eagles, don't say nothing.
Oh, God damn.
Okay.
Oh,
wait. I need to mark that
see?
right there.
See?
I need to put that on a loop right there.
You know what? Yeah, Mark, cut that up.
I need to put that on a loop along with his ass.
cut that one up. Like, okay. 50 on y'all, 50 on us, and we're coming in third place.
Oh,
yeah.
Lordy.
I need all that rap. I need all that, Mark. Cut it all up, make it shorts.
All I need is a Giant fan to come in and talk some smack. Okay.
No. So Giant fans, the problem with the Giant fans is that they are in a different kind of recovery because of all the fan bases in the NFC East, theirs was the worst because it was their 100th year of being an organization. And then when you look at the fact that Saquon left and got a ring, and then the Hard Knock situation, it seriously put that entire fan base just they were humbled seriously by 2024. That was a humbling year for them. You know, especially when the fan base and everyone started, really digging in on Saquon, and then the Hard Knock stuff came out, and that's when everybody found out exactly what the circumstances was, and that he didn't even want to leave. It was Joe Shane, the GM, and the way that played out on TV in public, that is what really made it real hard for that fan base to truly recover. You know what I'm saying? They have been the quietest out of everybody in the NFC East.
Hey, Leo, this is a crazy part. Daniel Jones probably going to be the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah. And again, all the things that made it humbling. And mind you, this was before the Hard Knock stuff came out. Mark, remember the fan base was calling them Snakewan, they was calling them Ops, and Tiki Barber said he disowned them and all this other stuff. I mean, they were talking super greasy about Saquon.
You know what?
Right up until Hard Knocks came out.
Unfortunately, or fortunately for him, he got out. I mean, that was like get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the Giants, since 2016, they made the playoffs once. That team has been abysmal drafting offensive linemen.
Yeah.
And they have just been bad. Daniel Jones, they kept trying to think that Daniel Jones was the answer. Daniel Jones was just not a good quarterback.
Who's on Hard Knocks this season?
I think we're on it this year.
Really?
I think.
We're doing the season. The NFC East is doing the season.
During the season, yeah.
Training camp is, I don't know.
And I think it's all of us too.
Yeah, the whole NFC.
Yeah, I think it's all of us, Mark. Yeah, and it's to Derek J's point, it's the in-season version. But
this is actually kind of crazy to see where we are right now, because I'm just checking Twitter because now things are open, things happen. The whole Noah Fant being released, but NFL rumors: 3 teams that could sign former Bills Amari Cooper. Remember, just a couple of months ago, we were thinking, man, we need to sign Amari Cooper, man. We need to get him in here in the fold, and we got George Pickens. Yeah. Think about when the season
Buffalo
ended.
Bills in training camp. on Hard Knocks.
Okay. Think about when we were talking about Brock Hoffman could be the replacement for Zach Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And we went ahead and get Tyler Booker. It's amazing, actually, the moves. Don't yawn now that I'm talking about my Cowboys there.
No, you good. You good. I'm sorry, Mark.
He's talking about the Cowboys. Oh, I'm going to sleep now.
No. My bad, man. My bad.
I'm just trying to point out how the Cowboys changed. Had we not made the move for George Pickens, we probably would have been happy to have gotten Amari Cooper. And at this point, you look at the difference of night and day of Amari Cooper is on the twilight of his career, and hopefully George Pickens is right in the prime of it. And this is, when people, this is what I caution people. When you see Noah Fant was released by Seattle, you're like, oh shit, there's Noah Fant, right? But if you look at his numbers, 48 receptions for 500 yards. The year before, 32 receptions, 414 yards. The year before that, 50 receptions, 486. Those aren't exactly spectacular numbers for the name recognition that you get. You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of times it's timely receptions, because a lot of times it could be 30 and 17 or 30 and 8, and he makes a great down to keep the drive going. So a lot of times it's timely receptions.
Okay.
There
you go. Look, you always take the opposite. If I say anything, look, I will say the sky is blue. Well,
okay.
It's not blue. It's actually sky blue. Yeah. Okay. You got to.
Mark, what I am saying that a lot of times stats are you guys look at stats and you really break stats down. It's not always the good thing. You can up in your you can wear it back if you like, Mark, but I'm just saying stats ain't always it seems like this astronomical, this is bad. A lot of times stats is based on circumstances.
Yeah.
You know that, Mark.
But that's usually like if you're talking about one game. Like if somebody got 5 sacks and you realize that they were all in the first half and their team still lost. There's 5 sacks, but it's not.
I give you something better than that.
But another player could have got 2 sacks. But they both would have been big, important stacks in the fourth quarter.
Right.
And so those tell a difference. Yeah, but he's talking about over a season. That's different.
Okay, I can name.
I'm talking over 3 seasons.
No scenario about stats is overrated. Kirk Cousins had crazy yards during the season when he was with the Washington football team, and his stats was crazy. That's because Washington was getting beat 35-7, and then they played defense.
Hold it, Momo. I can actually make the argument that the Commanders would have been better off signing Kirk Cousins than going through the litany of stiffs that they went through between Alex Smith and the $72 million that you paid him, thinking about where you spent the number one.
He didn't want to go. He didn't want to stay.
I'm just saying, well,
That's because of how they treated him the years prior.
I'm just pointing out that if you look at the yardage that Kirk Cousins had in Minnesota versus what Washington did, it's night and day different.
I agree. He had great receivers there.
Well, I'm just saying that, and he was a lot better quarterback than what you had until Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, what I always said about him, teams being pre-big defense, and then ended the game, he got over 400 yards, knowing that they got blown out in the game.
Okay, so you're telling me eyebrows was better than having Kirk Cousins?
Eyebrows.
Okay.
So why you really?
Because I'm going to say, or I will say that instead of having Carson Wentz, you would have been better off having Kirk Cousins.
I didn't want him.
I'm just saying.
He's asking, Momo.
What I'm saying is, you would have been in the playoffs had you not had Carson Wentz and you had Kirk Cousins.
Do y'all get free agents outside of the division? Good gracious.
Yeah, let me talk about
people who beat y'all.
That head coach was a horrible head coach. He didn't know what he was doing. He put a quarterback out there that could have hurt himself and maimed him with one leg. So I don't hit him. He was the worst coach. And plus, we got him from the Carolina Panthers where he didn't do.
Thanks,
Phil. And then he's the one who severed Cam Newton's career, but because he allowed Cam Newton to go in the game when his arm was a noodle, it was broken. Now go out there and play because Cam Newton still wanted to play. So I had no respect for that coach.
Ron Rivera.
I'll say this: it's very difficult to really be too judgmental on the Commanders at this point, only because we only know this group from last year. We don't know this. We're still learning about this ownership, Mark. Like, we haven't gotten their tendencies just yet. But I'm in agreement with you in terms of, like, I do think that they're set up for a slide, a regression.
That age
alone,
man. When you get older like that,
I think they're letting
that's
be the GM.
Off-board
basically.
Yeah, like what Andy Reid is in Kansas City.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? He was like that here. I'm just saying, Momo, like there, I know you've argued with me and Mark about the fact that we do think that there is a such thing as a sophomore slump. Jaden Daniels could have to deal with that. And they're setting them up for that the longer they don't pay Terry McLaurin. You know what I'm saying?
If you remember, Leo, that was what happened with Stroud last year.
War Family is called the Bird section. I'll put the link in the chat. But all I'm saying to you is that, like Mark and I were trying to tell you, that sophomore slump, coupled with the fact that you are now the oldest team in the league.
Does everybody go to a sophomore slump? Does every quarterback go to a sophomore slump?
No. No, not every quarterback.
Thank you.
Just about 85
of them
90%.
Yeah, but that's 10% he's not going to do. I don't believe that in him.
You know what though?
I think he's a hard worker. He goes in there, practice, and he does that. He's the first one there.
Listen, you know what? Here's the thing. I will, my opinion of a sophomore slump, the moment the Commanders sign his mom as an offensive lineman, because she's probably the best person to protect him with how she does versus the way your team does. And as light in the ass as he is right now,
gained weight. He gained weight, Leo.
As light in the ass as he is right now, the fact that they haven't really done a whole lot to bolster that offensive line, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, it lends to what Mark has been trying to tell you over and over and over again, which is that you guys are primed for that sophomore slump, being the oldest team in the league.
Yeah, we'll get it right.
And I'm telling you, your defense is going to be your Achilles heel.
We'll
see. I really believe that.
I think we got some young guys that came in there from the draft and some pickups. I think we'll be fine. I think y'all will be surprisingly the first 7 games. Y'all will be surprised when we go 6-1 or 7-0, and y'all gonna say how this shit happen, and then you're gonna be in game time. Oh, crying! Oh my God! What
I'm not gonna be crying.
Shots of rum and all that.
Crying.
So I'm here for it.
You got all your toys on.
I'm gonna say it's about damn time that you had 2 decent seasons together.
No, you gonna be crying when the score is 53-3.
Momo. Of all people, 50s should not be brought up by you. Okay. 50s is the last number you should be saying after the 55.
Okay, how about
the Eagles put up on your ass?
How about I would say 60? That's a stretch. How about 40 to 3?
Lordy.
There's the link, guys. The link for the bird section is in the chat.
Momo, do you hear what you're saying? Do you hear what you're saying?
I hear very well, old time.
I don't think you hear what he's saying.
Thomas.
Stop that.
Thomas, listen. You and I and Mark, everybody here can do what we can to try to give this man some real-time data, some actual analysis, some experience, or what have you.
I know
it does not matter.
I've seen this before.
No, you have not. You don't know.
Momo,
you know
you've
what?
seen
No,
what
even
before?
for you, Momo, you do not know these people yet.
My God.
You've only known them for a year.
Wow.
You don't know this organization. I know your owner better than you do, Josh Harris.
Yes,
Because he
I know
owns
you
the
do. I know you
Sixers.
do. I know
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, Momo, like, no joke or whatever, but you really don't know these people yet. You're still learning.
Yeah,
So
and
you can't.
here's
So
the thing.
all that stuff that you
as
draw
a
from and
fan,
everything.
as a fan, I believe that he's not going to have a sophomore slump. There are going to be times where he has to do some other things he has to do, but I think he's setting himself up to have a very good season. I add, I believe it's possible he could have an MVP season.
Oh god damn shit. Oh man. This season. This season. You think he's gonna have an MVP? You think he has the potential?
In a lot of cases, people had put him on the ballot for the MVP this past offseason last year.
But that shit changes real quick too, there, bro.
Listen, right now, you know what? Look, Momo. Right now, did you know that Saquon Barkley is ranked the number 22 player in the league?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You think that Saquon Barkley is the number 22 player? You think he should be
based
ranked
on
22?
it's a new season.
Momo, I hate to do this to you, bro. I hate to do this to you, but I'm going to do this to you.
Don't do it this.
No, I'm going to do it to you because, see, you got this visions of grandeur, understanding that you had 4 wins the year before, which means you had a last place schedule. Okay? Let's go through the teams that you beat last year, okay? You started out with Tampa Bay,
good teams,
and you lost to Tampa Bay, okay? You beat the New York Giants. How good were the Giants?
Not very good.
Okay. You had the Cincinnati Bengals that were close. You did get that win. That was one of your quality wins right there, one of 2. You beat the Arizona Cardinals. How good were the Cardinals last year?
Cardinals was I'll give them average.
Okay. Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns.
They have some issues going on.
Okay. You lost to Baltimore. You beat the Carolina Panthers. How good were they?
They sucked.
Chicago Bears.
I think we fluke. It was a fluke. We won that by luck.
What, the Bears? Okay.
Was that the
how about the Giants again?
Hail Mary game? Which one was the Hail Mary game?
Chicago Bears.
Okay.
Chicago, yeah.
All right. The Giants again. Bad team. You lost to Pittsburgh. You lost to the Eagles.
Game. We should have won the game, but it was a close game near the end.
If cans and nuts were, nuts were.
No, good, but it was a close game.
Okay. You lost to the
All
Eagles.
The games
you lost to Pittsburgh. You lost to Cooper Rush. Okay, let me say again. You lost to Cooper Rush. Okay. You
Cowboys and Washington always play each other's stuff. So that's
Tennessee Titans. How good were Tennessee?
We won that game.
I know. These are your wins. New Orleans at the end of the season. How good were they?
They were stink bitten. Yeah.
The other quality win you had was the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, we won that because Hurts wasn't in the game. Right. He had to back up.
Okay. How good was Atlanta Falcons?
I thought Atlanta Falcons, that quarterback was very good.
And you beat the Cowboys at the end.
Yeah, with Jay Daniels on the bench.
Okay. So, and Jalen Daniels was playing and was getting beat.
He was getting beat up that game. I agree.
Yeah. So when you look at this schedule right here, and you start looking at some of the quarterbacks you were facing and some of the teams that you're facing, you got the big boy schedule now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be a different ball of wax. Now, if you're telling me, we put 40 up on the Carolina Panthers, okay, that ain't like Kansas City. When you start playing these good teams, they're going to now have a book out on your guys. And you got question marks now on every single one of your receivers at the moment. Debo has been downhill for 3 years. You got Michael Gallup, who hamstring couldn't stay together, who retired the year before. Noah Brown has got some kind of kidney problem and was carted off the field in OTAs. And you've got your main receiver holding out. If that's a holdout like CeeDee Lamb's, you're screwed. Dallas Cowboy girl. Oh my goodness. She's back, and usually she's telling people to kiss their ass, and the guys are lining up to do it. Welcome back, Dallas Cowboy girl.
I hate to say it, brother, but your shit is shot. Your shit is shot, Momo. I hate to say
11 win season, Thomas.
Oh my God.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, man. You was talking shit about 5 minutes ago, but when we try to talk to you, you don't want to hear it.
I hear what you're saying. I believe we're going to have an outstanding season this season.
You believe that, but that's not make believe.
I'm a fan, and so my fandom and my fanaticism is up there at this point.
I ain't mad at you, but if everything that we told you come to life,
I will eat crow. I will eat those words. Y'all can joke with me, clown me all day long.
We're gonna do that.
You gonna have to eat. You gonna have to eat that and eat crow.
Now, here's the thing: if my 11 win season come, we win 11 wins,
then you get.
And I want my shit on a loop for 24 hours.
You can want all you want to. Okay.
You can want as much as you want.
You can
want to win the lottery.
Want to, but...
and then if we beat the Eagles twice, I don't want to hear nothing from Leo.
Oh shit. Dallas Cowboy girl said in September I'll be telling people to kiss my ass again. She's recovering from surgery. I hope everything's okay, Dallas Cowboy girl. We've missed you.
Don't let it open.
Okay.
I'm gonna open it.
We can say the same thing about Dak. His record against good teams is 18-14. Trash. Actually, quarterbacks that actually have a winning record against good teams are actually few and far between.
Thank you.
Any thoughts on that?
That's kind of fact because Tom Brady, his record was almost similar as Dak's. You think about it.
So, let me pull this up. Let's see. That's total wins. Okay. Quarterback record versus teams with a winning record. Okay, let's pull that up. Okay. Why is it not coming up? Stat means. I'm trying to find it. I can't seem to find it.
Wow. Sorry about that, y'all.
No problem. So,
wow.
Okay, so here's what we have. Okay, now let's go through here because Drew just basically said Dak Prescott is ass against winning teams, and actually he's 18-24 actually against teams with winning records. Aaron Rodgers is 42-44, so he's below 500 himself, right? Pat Mahomes is 17-11, which is great. What do y'all think Matthew Stafford is?
Against Matthew Stafford against what?
Winning teams.
Oh.
12-72.
What?
12-72.
God damn.
Okay.
Dang.
Russell Wilson actually has a good one, 36-32. Justin Herbert is 6-10. Josh Allen is 12-18. Joe Burrow is 8-10. Lamar is 13-9. Deshaun Watson is 7-19. Dak is 18-24. So yeah, Dak.
Where's Jalen at?
Don't have him on there, or at least not this one. This is after Lord Brunson had tweeted out Dak Prescott is 18-25 against winning teams. That's 41%. The Giants haven't been over 500 in 5 years. Washington hasn't had a winning record since 2015. This is in 22. Eagles got a ring before him, so this doesn't matter. Okay, so that was Lord Brunson. So Cowboys Fan Talk was retweeting that and going through the numbers there.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly as bad as it seems. It sounds bad when you first say, well, we can't beat winning teams. Well, there's a reason why winning teams are winning teams. They're winning.
I gotta give Jalen Hurts his props. I was gonna keep this to myself, but
keep it to yourself. Shut up. I'm gonna mute your mic. We're not giving him any props. Okay.
Hey, hold on.
Go ahead.
Jalen Hurts has a pretty solid record against winning teams. He's won 13 straight games against teams with a winning record, which is actually an NFL record. Would you like to know more about his stats?
Fuck no.
I don't blame you.
Why does your person she sounds so happy and kind of giggly?
I changed her voice. You can pick which voice you want. So
because she's talking about
female
Jalen
voice
Hurts
up there.
Oh, shut up.
You know what I'm saying? It's that hey, he's that guy, man. You know what I'm saying? What can I say?
Forever, girl.
Yeah, he got the team.
Guy.
He got the team.
Yeah.
He's driving in a Porsche, and I'm racing in a Honda Civic. He should win. And if he only beat me by 6 seconds, I won.
Well, what would they be saying? I would say this: if you look at body of work at this point, the Eagles have gotten a pretty good return on investment.
Okay. Let's back up here for a second. Okay, sure. I'm going to try and prove something to you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Saquon leaves the Giants, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Saquon I'm going to pull up his stats. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If Saquon, who leaves the Giants and goes to the Eagles, averaged 5.8 yards per carry, which is 1.1 yards higher than what his career average is.
Mm-hmm.
Was it because he got to be a better running back or because he went to a better team?
What was the first part? Because you got cut off. It was because he was a better what?
I said Saquon, who went from the Giants to the Eagles. His last year with the Giants, he had 962 yards, averaged 3.9 yards a carry. Okay? Are we looking and saying Saquon Barkley got to be a better player, getting a year older, or was it because he went to a better team?
I'd say all of the above.
I was going to say both. I don't see how one or the other could contradict
each other. He literally
each other.
had 700 yards more than he had any other year that he had in his career. Okay? He averaged almost 2 yards more per carry. Was that because Saquon was just, the light bulb went on and he just got to be great in 1 year? Or was it because he went to a team that was loaded with a great offensive line?
And then plus, Mark, you got to remember this. He played under a better line.
That's what I'm saying. So, had Saquon gone to...
Compared to
I still think it's both.
To the Giants line, they made the Giants O-line look ass, man.
Okay. So it's safe to say...
Saquon could have had an MVP year. He could have had an MVP. He could have had an MVP year behind our line.
Okay.
I mean, Mark, if you think about it, Saquon was a 2,500 yard back last year, right? On a team, and we still had 1,000-yard receiver. AJ still got 1,000 yards.
He wasn't 20. He was 2,005 yards. And at
no. I'm talking about total. It's 2,500, including the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
He set the record. Yeah, it's 2,500.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that we have a 2,000-yard running back and a 1,000-yard wide receiver.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm out
on the same team in the same year.
We're almost out too. Okay, but here's you're missing my point here.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's no way in the world that you cannot say that Saquon was better because he was on the Eagles than being on the Giants. There was no chance that he could have gotten 2,005 yards on the Giants. Is that safe to say?
Yes.
Okay, so because he went to a better team, his numbers were better than what they would be elsewhere. Then how is that not the same for Jalen Hurts being on that same team with a great running back, a great offensive line, and great wide receivers? That his game is better because of the people around him.
100%.
It's the same.
I'm gonna say this too. Having Saquon in Philadelphia kind of saved Jalen too, if you think about it.
No.
It kind of saved him. Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
I would agree with you if we had not gone to the Super Bowl the year before. I'm just saying, like,
it took a lot of toll off of Jalen. It did.
Yeah, hey, I'm not disagreeing with you on that part. I'm not disagreeing with you on that part. Think about this, Thomas. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Even what Mark just said, he's absolutely right. Okay, but here's the thing: it's not a misnomer. I mean, look, DeAndre Swift had career year playing for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Because he had that great offensive line, a great team.
Okay,
and that goes.
But why is that? But
that goes
how
across
is that a knock on him? Hold on.
It's not a knock on him, but it's basically making him better than maybe what he is. Because anybody that you're missing the point. When you go to a good team and you have players around you, it elevates your play. Okay, Micah Parsons, for example, doesn't have another great player on the other side. When Lawrence Taylor was great, but he was also great because of the other people that were there. When you had Carl Banks out there, when you ended up having, I can't remember all those players, but the defensive front and things that were there, it elevated his play even higher because there were other people that were there. It is a team sport. It is not just one guy, and you need those other players. If he didn't have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, he would not be as great a passer without having guys that can be.
Wait, hold on. I've maintained this now for 2 straight weeks, and I'm gonna say it again. Okay, you are devaluing too much the fact that this man has done what
Troy
he's done.
Aikman, listen to me. In the same way that I am saying this about Jalen Hurts, if Troy Aikman had been on another team, he's not winning 3 Super Bowls.
No, but no.
And it's the same thing, buddy. It is the exact same thing.
The circumstances being, Jalen Hurts has had a different offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but you know what?
Year.
Yeah, but guess what? He's had the best offensive line every year there. The best offensive line makes up because it's kind of like this.
You don't have a new offensive coordinator this year too, bro.
Norv Turner was deemed an offensive genius when he was with the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because he had freaking Michael Irvin. He had Emmitt Smith, the best offensive line in football, and a great quarterback. Hell, I could have called plays for that team. Run Emmitt Smith in the middle with that offensive line, and when they put 8 men in the box, go to Michael Irvin.
If you want to go long, go to Alvin Hall.
Right. So you have multiple ways to get you. Yeah, you got a new offensive coordinator, but that offensive coordinator is looking around like, damn, I got the best offensive line. I got 2 outstanding receivers. I got a good tight end. I got a great running game. Hell, that job is easy.
Yep, and all those coordinators went to the tush push on 4th and 1. Ain't neither one of them go from that.
Yeah,
and that lets you know how good we were. You know what I'm saying? That lets you know just how good we are. Okay.
I didn't even know what's the name started that in Indiana. Your coach,
Sirianni.
Yeah, that's his play.
Yeah, he invented the tush push. Yeah.
Well, let me say, Ward family, you gotta let me know what size you are. I'll send you a text message. What size you are and what shirt you want, because you are our winner chicken dinner. After a $49 super chat, bro, you got to be the winner. But let me say shout out to lovely Linda, Alan Williams, Dirty Sanchez. Even Drew got in on it on the super chat.
What up, champ?
I appreciate everybody in here who came in and been part of the show. The off season is now off, And you can see we're getting feisty now. You know, we got Momo over here swearing that the Commanders are going to win the division and that there's not going to be any step back. We got Leo out here talking about we're going back to the Super Bowl back to back and stuff. And if they don't, he's going to get slimed.
Yeah, I'm out. Okay. I put myself out there. Go ahead and air that video again, Mark.
It's at the beginning.
It's up there on every live stream preview.
But I got to finish getting these walls up on my storage building out here and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream because we've been over 2 hours here. This thing keeps getting longer and longer every damn week. But
isn't this the last Sunday?
Yes.
Well, no, we're going to keep doing this on Sunday. What are you talking about?
Oh, it changes when the season starts.
The game starts, we move it to Saturday.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm sorry, my bad.
We'll end it with this one.
So and so before we start this video, I gotta get this mother humping thing out of the way.
Poor Philly. Poor Philly.
Ow.
Poor Philly.
Holmes is my